Politics and geopolitics news. U.S. Independence Day. Wall Street goes on weekend. Today is Independence Day in the United States. Officially it is a non-working day, and today is the start of a 3-day weekend, during which the US financial markets are not working. The market volatility is likely to drop today, and there is a risk of a pullback after the recent rise. Trump said the US will soon start sending tariff letters to countries. Earlier, Trump said he would likely not extend the July 9th deadline for trade talks. Trump has said that the amount of duties for different countries will range from 10% to 70%. Trump could start telling countries about new duty rates on Friday, Bloomberg. China is set to cancel part of a 2-day summit with EU leaders scheduled for later this month. This is another sign of tensions between Brussels and Beijing, Bloomberg. China to impose duties on brandy imports from EU from July 5. IAEA withdraws its inspectors from Iran, Bloomberg. Musk has again launched a poll to create an alternative party in the US. Musk previously promised to create a party if Trump's big bill is passed. China is using TikTok to pressure the US in trade talks and will not approve a deal to sell TikTok to the US until it is convinced it has maximized benefits in trade negotiations with the U.S. NYP. Financial and stock market news. The US Congress has approved Trump's tax and budget bill. The document has now been sent to the president for his signature. Key points: the largest tax cut in the country's history and an increase in the national debt limit by $5 trillion. Trump is expected to sign the bill on Saturday night to Sunday. U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent said that many worthy candidates are being considered for the post of Fed chief, and the matter is planned to be discussed in detail in the fall. He also noted that the rate is now at a high level. If the Fed doesn't go for a cut in July, it may need to cut it more sharply in September. U.S. will impose a 10% duty on countries that conduct trade negotiations with Washington in good faith. Bessent. The price of a used Tesla continues to drop. India has temporarily banned one of the world's largest market makers, Jane Street, from accessing its securities market. The company is accused of widespread market manipulation. Jane Street is also one of the world's largest crypto market makers. ECB Chief Lagarde says rates are now at a good level. Over the past month, numerous ECB speakers have been sending signals that the ECB may be close to a pause. OPEC Plus discusses 411,000 barrel increase in oil production in August, Bloomberg. July 5 meeting. Goldman expects the Fed to start cutting rates sooner than markets expect. Tesla cuts prices in Hong Kong. BofA, Bank of America, recommends selling US stocks when the S&P 500 rises above 6,300. Eurozone, PPI industrial inflation, May. MOM equals minus 0.6%. YOY equals plus 0.3%. KEICT, China's overall cell phone market experienced a decline in May equals minus 21.8% YOY. KEICT, foreign branded cell phone sales in China fell by minus 9.7% YOY. Boeing to supply the Pentagon with two $2.8 billion communications satellites. China's gold imports from Hong Kong break decades of records. Shares of Freedom Holding Corp. have joined the FTSE US ETF with a weight of 1.22%. The fund selects U.S. financial companies based on fundamentals. Other issuers in the fund include Berkshire Hathaway, Goldman Sachs, Citigroup, and Interactive Brokers. In June, Freedom Holding shares were included in the Russell 3000 index. FRHC stock is up 90% year-to-date. U.S. plans to restrict RE chip shipments to Malaysia and Thailand over fears of resale to China. Crypto World News. The U.S. House of Representatives has declared July 14th to 18th Cryptocurrency Week. This is due to the adoption of two laws aimed at regulating stablecoins and cryptocurrency. Open Platform has become the first unicorn on the Ton blockchain. DeFi Development Corp bought another 17,760 sols for the balance sheet. Amber International starts buying various cryptocurrencies for the balance sheet. Dropstab, top 10 large tokens by growth in 2Q 2025. Among all crypto, BTC now remains the most discussed on social media, sentiment data. The largest publicly traded miner Mara has increased the number of BTC on its balance to 50,000. The miner started buying BTC on balance a year ago, announcing a long-term HODL strategy. Hong Kong brokers Guotai Junan International and Victory Securities have received licenses to provide crypto trading. Brokers stocks up plus 20%. Chinese company Nano Labs bought BNB for the balance of $50 million and is considering buying 5 to 10% of BNB's entire circulating offering. Ripple and Tennessee launch XRPL accelerator in Singapore. Turkey banned PancakeSwap for illegal business in the country. Ondu Finance bought SEC-regulated broker Oasis Pro to promote tokenized stocks in the US. Attackers accessed the reserve accounts of 6 financial institutions and converted $30 to $40 million into cryptocurrency.